If you're wondering if you should call your ex, take a walk with me. This is going to be an unpopular opinion, but my answer is yes. But I want you to do something first, especially if it's only been a few weeks or a month. Ask yourself, are you hungry, angry, lonely, tired, or bored? And bored is usually followed up with a lack of options in the moment. And yes, I'm whitening my teeth right now. I know many of you are probably thinking, I just love. But you're also carrying around this unprocessed connection that you had with that person. And if it's been just long enough since the breakup and you've healed a little bit, you might already have on those rose colored glasses. And that causes you to think about and miss certain aspects of that relationship. But if you're being more honest with yourself, you miss the way that relationship made you feel. And things were good, that is. And now you're actively bypassing all the reasons why you broke up to begin with. Probably still get reminders on your phone that sound like this. Here's a memory from 2021 Sedona. It takes you back to that exact moment when you were eating in a restaurant that had panoramic windows and the view was so amazing, and you're watching as the sun just hit your partner in all the best ways. And then you start to question, how did we get here? Now, with some self awareness and a little honesty, you know exactly the how and why the relationship ended. That doesn't change the beauty of that exact moment that you shared with another human that you spent time with and that you cared for. You begin to think, if I were better, if I were more open and capable of communicating in different ways, if I had just leaned into the fear that I was experiencing in that moment, so many things could have been different. You might even think we'd be a family by now. While that's certainly a potential, it's most likely untrue. You see, we create the conditions of all of our relationships together. We co create. We create unspoken and spoken agreements and expectations with one another. The unspoken is generally something that we're afraid to say because we have a long history and people have shown us that they disappear. They reject, leave, and dismiss you. And this is why I say, if you want to call them, do it. Unless there was a truly toxic or explosive ending and you don't feel safe doing so. Otherwise, what do you have to lose? And simply say, hey, I know this is out of pocket and a little strange, but I have some questions to ask. You see, I've been going to therapy, doing a lot of inner work, and I've been having some realizations about myself and the way that I show up in relationships. And one of the greatest epiphanies that I've had is that I'm the common denominator in all of my life's relationships. I want to do better, and I was hoping that you could help me understand from your perspective how you viewed our relationship. Remember, this isn't to get back together with this person. So take what they say with a grain of salt, because they may have done zero work on themselves. Radical acceptance and accountability is something that you have to work towards, and not everybody's prepared for that. Most people, when they hear, well, I'm the common denominator, so I guess I'm the problem, right? And the answer is yes, you're a part of it. But the question becomes, are you willing to accept a portion of that responsibility? When you do, you begin to realize that you no longer feel like a victim, like things are happening to you. The statement doesn't diminish, discount, or dismiss anything that you've experienced previously. When you become accountable for the relationships that you have with other people, you begin to see them differently, and your empathy begins to expand. You also feel more capable, competent, and confident within yourself.